Okay, welcome back to UKSM. Before we get started with the next run, please remember that we're doing this event to try and raise money for the fantastic people at Special Effect. They try to make the lives of physically disabled people better through the use of custom gaming peripherals, making their lives a whole lot better in the process. They are a fantastic charity, so please give if you can by following the link in the stream description or by typing in the link you can see scrolling across your screen on our information bar. Every little helps, and we'll be reading out your donations periodically throughout the show. Alternatively, you can purchase one of the UKSM shirts or hoodies that can be found on our store. The link to that is also in the stream description. So we now have Geurge with Crusader of Centy. So if you could introduce yourself, and whenever you're ready, please give us a countdown so that we can keep track of your time. Cool. Over to you.
Hello, I'm Geurge. This is Crusader of Centy. You want to start a timer? Oh no, is there a timer? Or are we just going? Okay, just go whenever then. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, let's go. So I skipped the intro a little bit there. They were testing the video. So yeah. So this is a Zelda-like for the Sega Mega Drive. In this game though, you talk to animals and use their powers to help you get past enemies and stuff. The start of the game, the story is, you've just turned 14, and in this world, that is when you have to leave home and traverse the world fighting enemies and destroying monsters and stuff. We got a sword from our dad, and that was the king. He gave us access to the grounds to train, but we don't need to do that, not yet. Alright, and I've already got... Alright, so a new skip was found this week, and I forgot it. So let's try and go for that first. A lot of this game's skips are based around momentum, being able to jump over large gaps, and also a sub-pixel entrance to places you're not supposed to go to. And that's going to be the first skip here. So hopefully I can get this. Alright. I'm going to... when you pause and press a movement, it will do that button for 1 frame, which is what I need to do. Alright, come on. There we go. I know I've got it if he moves after I unpause. I'll probably get it to it, yeah. Alright. There we go, okay. Alright, so I'm now in the right sub-pixel needed to enter this door. I need to be in the right vertical? Nope. Alright, one more try and then I'll just play like normal. Because he's a brand new skip, I've not had a chance to practice it much. Sorry, I leaned in. Okay, never mind. I'll just... Sorry. I play like normal. So if I did that skip there, that would have saved a minute by skipping the boss, which I'm about to fight. But it's like brand new, so I've not had a chance to do it. This is another of those sort of skips. One's a bit easier though. There we go. Alright, so I'm now out of bounds where I'm not supposed to be. Which makes me go past all of these enemies and get this money, which I'm not supposed to have. And I'm getting that money because you need to pay somebody to teach you how to throw your sword, which is the main skill in this game. So now we're going back up to here, which is where you are supposed to go. But you're supposed to like do a whole bunch of training, do a whole bunch of stuff. But because I've got no money, I can skip all of that and pay him, and I can now use my sword. Now we go back to where we were. And we do that same skip again. Ah, never mind. It's not worth it if you don't get it first try. Just gonna run past the enemies. Want as few enemies on screen at once because they cause a lot of lag. First boss fight of the game is a wolf. This game not copies, trying to think of the word, takes from a lot of old tales and stuff. Like this is the what's it called? Now, Big Bad Wolf. So after you beat him, you're supposed to talk to the lady in the house as well. But because you're standing at the door, you skip that cutscene, which for here only saves about 10 seconds. But later on, it'll skip an entire boss. So she tells you to come back here, and now I can go into that tent, which I was trying to do earlier. But now it's now actually open. So walk all the way across, avoid walking into stuff. So yeah, this is now open. Talk to the lady in here. She tells you you have to go on a big quest, and she grants you the power to talk to plants and animals. So because I can now talk to animals, I go back home and talk to my dog who will join me on my journey. He just starts talking. He doesn't realise we can now talk to him. He says, "Oh, that's cool. I shall join you." So he doesn't actually do anything himself as a power. You just need him just for the plot, basically. And we go back over here. Again, dodging all these enemies. If I start charging my sword the frame before, didn't get it. If you do it, you skip the swords throw animation. And you can see there's lots of enemies and the game is starting to really slow down. So we are 14 years old, and this rabbit is going to teach us how to jump. For some reason, we spent 14 years of our life just not knowing what to do. But we get pushed down to here, and we have to jump, so we can now jump. Alright, you're supposed to go left there, but it's faster to come back to there later on when you have more animals. And this is the first skip where we use momentum. This is a pretty cool one. Let's jump in there. So we hold back, then forward and jump. So you're not supposed to be able to get over here without first going to the beach and getting an animal. Also, that's another out of bounds. When you have an object that is near a wall and you try to go in between it, the game tries to push you backwards. So we use that to get it to push us backwards out of bounds. And that lets us skip like most of these dungeons. I'm going to do it again here. So I'm pressing down here, and it pushes me up. And I need to... and I messed up. Okay, I've got to go exit and come back. I was too far to the left. It's been so long since I've actually done this dungeon without the skips. I don't know how to do it anymore. There we go. And this takes us to the very end of this area. Jump over there. Get some safety health. Second boss fight. This one is completely random and annoying. So he splits into 8 creatures of himself. One of them will flash red, and that's one I have to attack. But he likes to just waltz around first. Got to keep my eye on him. There we go. 5 more times. If I lose track, I know which one he is because he has a different facial expression to the others, except for this second to last cycle where he looks the same. Okay, getting pretty lucky here. Sometimes, so where they move is completely random. So there are times that they'll be on the exact same spot, and it's hard to tell which is which. And then it will end when on the same spot, and then you can't actually hit the one you want to hit. But all good so far. Easy. So this creature was trapped in here, and he had now joined our party. So this would be the first place where I actually use the animals' powers. But first, get this money, and another way to get out of bounds. Those ropes you're supposed to climb, but if you jump on them, you are technically not anywhere in the level, so you can just jump out wherever you want. And so I've gone out of bounds, and I can just skip all of these enemies, skip all of the actual path you're supposed to take, go all the way to the end. Nice little village, but we can't talk to anyone there because we can now talk to animals, but that took away our ability to talk to people. Because in this game, there's the language to talk to people and the language to talk to plants and animals. Only 2. Right. So having this creature lets me bounce my sword off of walls, which I need to do to hit certain things. So I got those coins earlier because I need to pay this rabbit. Ooh, talk to him. Paying the rabbit lets me race this cheetah. What we're supposed to also do is pay the cheetah 50 coins to make him go slow to let you win a race. But they forgot to not do. They forgot to not let you do this. Yeah, I messed up. Went too far back. Uh-oh. And I beat the cheetah easily. And having a cheetah behind you makes you run twice as fast, which is very good for the speed run. And it used to be you would lose a cheetah instantly here and turn into that slime and spend 5 minutes doing this whole puzzle, and it was the most annoying thing ever because you just got the upgrade to your speed and you lose it straight away. But new skip was found. By being on the right pixel to that endless void, lets you, it thinks you're out of bounds again, just will try to push you away, and you skip all of that, which is very nice. So this whole level, you're supposed to be pushing blocks around to break stuff, but we can just throw a sword around instead. These whirlpool things try to counteract every movement you make. Pardon me. So you need to like basically just do the opposite of where you want to go. Get some more money. Don't want to be slow, and you're supposed to obviously not take damage, hide in our holes, but we want to go fast, so we just take those hits. This is like a whole big puzzle trying to work out how to get everything down here, but that's easy. This is pretty tricky. Got it. So there's like a 1 pixel gap there where you can throw your sword. It takes like 5 seconds, but it just looks cool. Alright, I want to go back now. Do I? Yes I do, yes. Alright, I had to think there. So because I now have the cheetah, I want to go back to the beach, which I skipped earlier, to free the penguin. But having a cheetah lets me skip pretty much this entire place as well. And there's Sonic for absolutely no reason. He just likes to go to the beach. Alright, what am I doing? I'm doing this. I know I forgot something. Gotta talk to this guy first. Jump on the pad to the door 3 times, opens the door. And then we can learn how to lift. Again, 14 years old and can't lift even like a little square thing. But because we now lift this massive boulder, which is pretty good. So this is going to be a whole series of puzzles again. But having a cheetah gives us enough speed to make these jumps. Okay, that was close, but oh well. Gotta wait for the wind to stop. Try not to get hit. Boss fight number 3. So this octopus took this penguin as hostage for some reason. I forget why. He's getting mad. You can't skip this text, unfortunately. There's no like door here. As soon as this text finishes, you just leave this room. Oh wait, never mind. Huh. Either way, that can't be skipped. So now we have the penguin. He does double damage, which is going to help with the next boss fight. Which is also completely random. There's been a way to trick the game into giving you what you want for the next boss, but it's again very new. I've not had a chance to do that yet. So we're going to go to the top of this tower. So we're climbing this rope, and it turns out it's a living thing, and he's not happy. So penguin. So I just have to wait now for him to do this attack. Nice. Needs to do this twice. Gonna sit back. He can't really hurt us at all. Once you know what you're doing, it's a very simple fight. Just annoying that it takes so long and you can't do it. We can do something to speed it up. It's just really hard. There we go. When I'm... Oh, there you go. This used to be like... This used to kill everyone because you'd be on a really good pace, then lose like 5 minutes just waiting for this boss to do what you want it to do.
Do you have a second for a quick word?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, do you have a second?
Have a second, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to let everybody know that we are raising money for special effects. We're currently raised £1,377.50. All your donations are going towards a very good cause, so please keep those donations coming in. Thank you very much.
Alright, so we now have a dinosaur, I think is the actual name for it, which lets you go over the sea. So because that rope turned out to be a living thing and doesn't want to be climbed, we have to now go to this ice castle to get some seeds which will plant an actual, like, a vine which will let us which we can then climb. This is a cool area. It's all ice, so you want to build up lots of momentum. Just take up squirrel. There's another pixel wide gap here. Going to be in the right position. There it is. Cool. So again, you're supposed to do some puzzles to get to the right position, but that can just be skipped. Okay, squirrel back on to bounce my sword. Hopefully I got that. Yes, cool. So this little pink thing is going to spawn under where I was stood. So again, I'm completely out of bounds. Go right to the end. So this lion is a fire lion. So my sword now does damage against... So if I'm in a ice place, obviously we'll use fire, and vice versa. This enemy, after every hit, will change between fire and ice. And I need to be at... So this is a skip where if you're at the door, it skips an entire dungeon and a boss. I just need him to be close enough to the door. Come on over. Again, his movement is completely random. Nice. So you're supposed to like get kicked out to a dungeon underwater, do a whole thing there, but that all gets skipped. Thankfully. Also like how in this level the ice physics affects the guys who are trying to fight you, and they can't work out how to not slide everywhere. And we're back here. Vine planted, and now I can climb it, and we're going to heaven. That tower was to build up to go to heaven, which is a physical place now. So our quest, I can't remember exactly why we're here now, but there's a reason. These bees here don't actually hurt you, but they can push you around like that and make you fall off and get hurt, but they themselves don't actually do any damage. They're just very annoying. Oh, need to be quick now. Messed up. Gotta wait for this floor to respawn. Another, this isn't really a skip, but more speed momentum stuff. So this whole area, we're trying to build a bridge to get to the end. But it turns out you don't need to build the whole bridge, because the developers forgot to put in a wall around where you need to go. So it turns out you can just jump to the end. This is like a whole path that's like winding around, takes a while to get to. Gonna quickly get some health and then jump up. And this is the only reason you use a dog. So because I didn't walk on any tiles on the floor there, the game didn't know I was in that room, I think. So when you fall off into the void, it doesn't know where you're supposed to be. So it just takes you to getting X and Y0, which is the very top right, which helps us because it skips the whole screen. Oh, come on. There's a nice little bit of text here. So we've just been going around jumping these switches, and then this boss appears and he's like, so you've been jumping these switches and you don't know why. Like, yeah, I guess that's true. We've just been doing it for no reason. But he's mad that this has happened. He's like a dragon thing. Looks very scary, but very easy. Oh no, that is supposed to be really easy. So you can only hit him from behind because he has his shield. So what you want to do is just get behind him and just throw the sword. Thankfully, throwing the sword away from him still hits him. Because of the way the sword animates, it throws just a frame behind you first, which makes that boss fight a lot easier. So then you don't have to get behind him, face him, and all of that. Alright, so because we skipped that area earlier with turning into a slime, we skipped getting one animal, which lets you get out of here. Thankfully, we have a different way to escape. So you're supposed to use the butterfly that lets you control your sword after it's been thrown. But the way the sword works in this game is that after it's been thrown and it hits something, it can't hit. It cannot hit more stuff. But if you pause and unpause, the game forgets that it has hit a thing. So you can use that to hit the switch. Oh yeah, so now because I've destroyed a dragon or whatever, I can now again talk to people. And this old lady is telling me about the story of her ruby red shoes and how when she went back in time and she clicked the heels 3 times and came back home. Again, it likes to take from other films and stories and stuff. For some reason, this plant wants money, so we give him his money, and this activates this wormhole, which lets you go back in time. For some reason, the wormhole doesn't activate until you give the plant the coins, which is very odd, but okay. So we are now in the past of this area, and every enemy does twice as much damage. So I've got to be pretty careful. We've got a view equipped. Because it's a past, this is oh come on, please stop. Oh gosh. Yeah, because this is a past, I've not yet did what I did earlier. Alright, I'm gonna do a safety save. In this game, if you die and you haven't saved, you go back to the main menu and you lose everything you've done. So I don't want that to happen. This is an armadillo. You can use him as a platform to put wherever you want, which helps with some skips and with the actual game. Alright. Let's save again, because I'm gonna die. Yeah. There we go. Alright, we're back. We've got some more health. So we're going to take this hit. That's the way you are supposed to do it when you have enough health. Some more safety health. Alright, we're good. So yeah, you only come back to the pass, you get that animal, and then you can use him to get across this water, keep unequipping the cheetah, which I don't want to do. And now we have to choose which will, if we hit the hills 3 times, we can go home. Alright, this skip here actually doesn't save any time, but it just looks so cool. More momentum. You do that. You don't do that. Oh, please. It's safe. So you do that. Ah, that's annoying. Oh well, I'll just play like normal. So you're supposed to use the momentum to jump onto that platform, then skip that entire ice pond. Screen your turn. There we go. So if you mess that up, then you just have to go through this village like normal. And like going the other way, they're both timed, so they take the same amount of time. But I just like doing the other way. When I can do it, it looks really cool. Aha! Okay. Alright, this is the first time I've done. That's annoying. So because earlier in the game I skipped this, I'm gonna have to do it now. Interesting. You know what? I'm just gonna reset real quick. Ah. Don't pay attention to that. Hello? That's alright, I've no, it should be fine now.
Is it still live underneath?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, is it restarted?
Yeah. Oh no, it's all fine. I just need to reset the system real quick. Once I get into the game, it should be fine.
Old technology, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, why is it this? Technical difficulties.
While we're waiting for that to sort itself out, have you got a second for a few words? Okay, just to let everybody know that we are UKSM. We're here raising money for special effect, and we're just waiting for the run to continue here. Please keep your donations coming in. We hope everybody has been enjoying the run so far. All of your donations do go towards Special Effect, who are a fantastic charity that try to make the lives of physically disabled people better through the use of custom gaming peripherals, making their lives a whole lot better in the process. They are a fantastic charity, so please give if you can by following the link in the stream description, or by typing in the link you can see scrolling across your screen on our information bar. Every little helps, so all your donations do go towards Special Effect. Also, if you are in attendance at EGX today, please make sure you go and visit the Special Effect booth down the back. They are... Oh, here we go. We're back on.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. So it turns out I have to do this way now. Alright, I know what's going on. There we go. I had to just jump earlier. I was going for that apple which gives me back all of my health, and I got hit by an enemy. Oh boy. Okay. So I know what's going on now. It's just this monitor I have to press earlier than I am used to. Yeah, okay. Let's set this up again. Oh man. There we go. Alright, get a full health. First try, every try. Easy. Alright, so because I skipped turning into a slime early in the game, I can no longer take the other route, which is much easier and safer. So I have to take that, go that way instead. Alright, so because we have activated this wormhole thing, we are now going back to all the places we have been to, but in the past, and saving animals there and saving people and all that.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Yep.
Okay, we have received a £22.50 donation from Natty. I really wish I could have made it down to EGX this weekend, but here's some money to charity instead. Good luck to Geurge as well. Thank you very much indeed for that donation.
Thank you, thank you. There's not much to this area. This is just like, if you know what to do, you just run past everything. You saw earlier, I walked through a wall, and I'm about to do it again. As a kid, this took me literally months. That isn't any sort of skip or anything, that's what you're supposed to do. It's a top-down game. There's a doorway there, but obviously from this angle it can't be seen. The only way you know it's there is because there is a beam of light which you can see. And as a kid I just couldn't work out what to do there. It made no sense to me. So this little girl has been trapped on the 5th floor, I think, where you're not supposed to be. And she was waiting for her dad, she said, who hasn't arrived. But now we came, she's like, oh, you can help me. Fire. And this chameleon is running everything here, apparently. Everything bad in this area is because of him. So we're gonna get rid of him real quick. can't remember what he says there, but he's like, why have you done this? I'm like, because you're a bad guy, dude. This is the legendary mower. I've no idea what that actually is, but I guess if you know, that's what it is. And having him equipped powers up the ability of your other animal you have equipped. So I can now run at 3 times the speed, which again, very good for the speed run. And also that area, again, I was stuck for ages. Turns out to escape that room, you just hit this one certain block with your sword and that breaks your ball. Like, I'm not sure how you're supposed to know that. Also, because I now run so fast, if I don't stop before going into a wall, I'm going to bounce off of it. So I need to be careful of that. Alright. Yeah, cool jump. So, like, that jump is really quite hard to do. And it, again, saves no time. It just looks really cool. So that was, we just saved the dodo. And he can stick to stuff because that's what dodos do. I want fire and mower. So having fire and mower turns your fire attack into an area of effect attack as well, which is really good for this boss. So he's got like I'm not sure what it is, but he's controlling that, and you break that, he comes down to fix it, and then when he's down on the floor he can be hit. And he gets each part up in the same way, but aside from the head and torso, they all look the same, so in theory you could know exactly where he's going, but every part looks the same, so it's really quite hard to do. Like, that boss can be defeated in 2 or 3 cycles if you get lucky. Alright, we're back on the beach, in the past again. And in the past, there is no Sonic. He's not been born yet. So this town is under attack by a big bad guy, and this guy wants to help. He wants the whole village to help him to fight back, but they're all too scared. They're not going to do it. So he asks us to talk to everybody in town to see if we can convince them. And they're like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing that. And this elephant here, he's one who, in the present/future, is how we learned how to lift. And in the past, it's like, I don't help anybody, I use my strength for myself. But obviously, by doing what we're doing, we're changing the past. Well, let's get into some time travel theory. Are we changing the past, or did this always happen? So, again, this that was the most annoying thing as a kid. To get access to this area, you have to jump on the right block in between these 4 starfish. How you're supposed to know, you just know way to know. And those starfish, when they see you, they move. So if you don't do it fast enough, you don't even know where to go. Cool. That's a fun fight. He goes to the left and right, tilts the stage. You've got to counteract where you're walking to not fall off. So the monkey is almost dead. He's like asleep, and they're like, I can't believe we didn't help him. We're so bad. And they say, in the future, I vow to help everybody. Which is why the elephant helps us in the future. So that must mean everything we're doing has already happened. This is a predetermined time travel theory in this game. This is like the longest cutscene in the game. They're basically just saying what I just said, but in a very long way. So I'm gonna just right, back to the present. And there's Sonic, he's back. Right, and we're back to the first area of the game. So what is pretty cool about this area is with that out of bounds it did at the start of the game, this door here you can actually access from the very start of the game, but you don't have the right swords to do what you want to do here, so it's like completely pointless. Alright, and out of bounds we've not done in a while. Gotta get in between the block and the wall. There we go. I'm just gonna safety save real quick. You can also go too far out of bounds. If I go right here, there's no way to get back into bounds, and I have to just like reset. And now for the easiest out of bounds, walk into the corner and walk away from the corner. I'm not sure why that works, but it does. So it turns out this whole area is the boss, and we are inside it, and we're going to fight its heart. It can't do anything because we're inside it. It's not a very fair fight, but we won. And that is its horn. So we get this to prove to itself in the future that we killed it, which makes absolutely no sense. But yeah. Okay, now we're going back home to solve some more problems in the past. So actually, okay, so I thought this was predetermined, but I just remembered what we're doing here. This fountain at the start of the game is a fountain of a man with a sword, and this whole town's theory of life is you have to fight, everybody must die, that sort of thing. The monsters aren't allowed to live. But after you beat the game, that fountain changes to a lady holding some water, like the fountain of life, and you no longer have to take a sword when you're a kid, and you change the entire story of everything. So it's not predetermined, even though the thing with the elephant was predetermined. The game can't decide what it wants to do. So these monsters here are telling you how they're not monsters, they just come from a different place and they're not like us. But these soldiers, they don't agree with that and they slaughter them. How dare they? So you go to the king. Are you trying to get the frame? No. So the way you bounce off everything, you can talk to the king the same frame you bounce off him, and it looks really funny. So again, another thing I got stuck as a kid. To get Back to the Future, you have to read the sign. There's nothing telling you to do that. You just have to know. So I've solved all of the problems in the world except for this last area. Alright. Please armadillo. So you want to use the armadillo to cross this void and go out of bounds. And then having the armadillo just a pixel underneath you gets you out of bounds. Okay, can I do anything from here? Okay, so this is what happens when you go too far out of bounds. I need to. Okay. Hopefully this shouldn't take as long as last time when I reset. Alright. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, so yeah, that's what happens when you go too far out of bounds. You soft lock the game. There's nothing I could have done to get back into bounds. Okay, it might be. Yeah, okay, that's too far underneath me. There we go, that's what I was supposed to do. Alright, come back here. So I've now just skipped like this entire dungeon. Oh wait, I forgot what I'm supposed to do there. Using the armadillo doesn't work on water, which is I just need to jump over. And then the armadillo again. Is that good? Yeah, no. This one's a bit harder to line up. Okay, got it. Oh well, never mind. Okay. Hello? That's weird. There we go. Alright. What I was trying to do was go out of bounds and skip having to wait for these spikes to animate. Okay. This is one of the harder clips in the game. Oh, I had it. See how like the game like keeps going a pixel up and a pixel down. That's it, trying to push me back somewhere, and then realizing I'm not supposed to be there. And I'm trying to trick it to thinking I'm supposed to be there. Come on. I had it. There we go. Okay, I don't care about the full health. I just want to go all the way to the very end. So I'm now fighting each sense. So this is taste. It's a very odd end to the game. Like it's 5 bosses each sense. Let's take this careful and not get hit like that. And of course, taste is Pac-Man. That's how you represent that in a game. This is sight, except it can't see. I want to be safe here. And then, no, this must be, I think this is smell or something, because it can't see. It's very confusing which sense these are supposed to be. Yeah, so I want to activate these spikes when I'm safe. You can do it faster by just jumping on it yourself, but I'm very low health, so I'm going to take this careful. This is, I guess, supposed to be sound. all about slow down. Alright. The only way he can hurt you is making these sliding floors to push you into the spikes, but if you know where to go, you can just jump over them. Alright. Quick safety save. So this one is actually sight, because this is just a big eye. If it touches you, you get hurt, so you're just gonna throw your sword at it from a distance. It takes a completely random path, so you don't know, there's no way to know in advance where it's gonna go, but you can tell which way it's going, so it's not too hard. And this is touch. Having the area of effect on this boss is the best because there's two of them. So obviously, I want to hit one of them and do fire to hit the other one as well. Like that. And now for the final sense, which is just a big ball of energy. You have to use a dodo to use its ability to stick to open up its eye, change to fire, and just go to town. This is the biggest area of slowdown. Single digit FPS. I'm not sure why this. Oh, probably all those little like. Not sure what you call them, like snowflake things. So the game isn't over yet. It's just been the final boss. So we've sealed off the 5 senses and sent them back to their own universe, which takes the monsters back to their own universe. So because there's no monsters in our universe now, there's no reason to fight. So you're back to your 14th birthday, and you don't have a sword. You can't talk to animals. Basically, everything we did, so everyone in the world doesn't know what just happened. It's just us. Alright, game's almost over. So I can't talk to dogs anymore. He just says bark, bark, bark over and over. Again, so to actually get to the end screen, you have to talk to this person twice, but there's no way to have known that as a kid. So I was just going around for hours just talking to everybody, not knowing what to do, and that is time. Woo.
Thank you very much indeed. That was a fantastic run.
Alright.
Okay, any last shout-outs?
Well, I'm next, so...
Okay, fantastic.
See you in a minute.
You want to know your time?
Oh, you sure?
Your time was 58:19.
That's okay. No, wait, I went poorly at points, but...
It was an excellent run. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, that was Geurge with Crusader of Centy any %.